guys, and welcome to my channel, Life with She. My name is Shiana. I create all different types of beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content. So if that interests you, then just hit that red button down below and make sure to subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. So guys, I am here with the long-awaited Q&A for my weight loss journey. I offered the opportunity for you guys to ask me some questions about my weight loss journey, and you guys came through. I decided to go and select 10 questions because a lot of the questions were kind of repetitive. I'm gonna go through each 10 questions. This is a situation where I'm gonna be as real and as honest with you as much as I can, because this journey is your journey as well as it is my journey. If you are on the path of a weight loss, fitness, whatever it is, then this video is for you. I want to give a little bit of background on my story prior to answering you guys' questions. I have been working on my health and my fitness journey for quite some time now. I have already created 2 weight loss videos. After you've gotten through this video and you want to know a little bit more in depth about my weight loss and more tips and tricks, I highly advise going and clicking on these 2 videos, and it just gives a little bit more insights if you're getting started or wherever you are in your journey. Those 2 videos will definitely help you out a lot. I've got my notes here so that way I can keep me focused and aligned. Grab your notebooks, grab your journals, grab your diary, whatever you decide to write in, and your pen. So we're gonna hop right into the questions now. How much have I lost? My last weight stamp was back in January. I want to say was 119, and when I started this journey, my highest weight was 181 pounds. It's kind of hard to believe that that's how much I weighed. Like, I'm 5'3", if that gives any reference, but your girl was 180 pounds. It's like that was 20 pounds from 200 pounds. And if you know how small I am now, like, it's a drastic weight loss. It was around 60 pounds. I've lost around 60 pounds. I'm really proud of myself. Like, it didn't take a long time, but it took a lot of mentality changes and adjustments to get to this point. So I'm really proud of myself. Those weight stamps were the last time I actually got on a scale, so I'm not sure my exact weight because I'm not a huge scale person. Like, I don't own a scale in my house because to me personally, there's no point. It's about your physique, and if you're comfortable in your body shape, not your body shape, but being comfortable in your body in general. It's not about the number that's on the scale, it's about what you look like. That's always been like a mentality for me. Question number 2, how did I get here? I feel stuck. My short answer is self-reflection. Like, it took a moment for me to step back and just think about where I am in my life, and I needed to make some changes. I really just hit a point in my life where it was needing to come to terms, in a sense. Like, I really need to think about what it is that I wanted in my life, and so some changes needed to happen. And so the changes that I decided to do was I put myself first. Essentially, I needed to sit down and think about what it is that I wanted to change, what it is that I wanted in life, and what it is that I needed to do to get me to the point to where I am now. And I did just that, and I stuck to it. Like, essentially, being your biggest motivator is going to push you through whatever it is that you're going through, to why you feel like you're stuck. Like, if you feel like you're stuck, okay, well, what's keeping you there? You know, because in a sense, nobody's actually stuck. We just hit a point of we need to change our perspective, and that was definitely what I needed to do, was change my perspective. Question is a very deep and in-depth question, and I do talk about this a lot more in my other videos. Also, sidebar, I want to make sure that I make note of the fact that this decision is solely your choice, as well as this decision was solely my choice. Like, I made the decision to make a better life for me, and that's what I stuck to. Like, the fact that I made this choice was really what pushed me the most, is because you have to come to terms with yourself and know, like, that this is something that you want to do, and nothing can keep you from getting to the goals that you want to achieve. That was with my weight loss journey and with life. Like, I made sure I kept that mentality, because at the end of the day, who's gonna keep you accountable besides yourself? Nobody. Which also goes into my next question. How do I stay motivated / consistent? Number one, find joy in your process. You have to enjoy the progress that you make at each milestone. It doesn't matter how little, how mid-sized, or how big it is. Please focus on your progress, because that is the only way you're going to keep pushing yourself, because you're gonna start seeing results. It's not gonna be immediate, I know that for sure, but also the fact that you've put yourself first and you've made that first jump is what keeps me consistent, because it's like, all right, I'm gonna want to try harder than I did yesterday, or the day before, or the day prior to that, or however long. That's what's gonna keep you accountable. There isn't one thing that I learned at a very early age, is that change is inevitable. So as that ties into our weight loss and our fitness journey, you have to love yourself at every stage. If you're putting yourself first in the sense of your health and your fitness, why not love every part of every version of you? So that's really what kept me in my mindset. I'm here now and I'm enjoying the fact that this is the thing that I'm doing the most to get me to where I want to be. As for staying consistent, you have to know that this is a forever journey. This is never ending. Your health is always gonna be with you, because you always gonna be living in your body. It ain't gonna change. You really wanna make sure that you're keeping that in mind, because that's what's gonna hold you accountable and keep you consistent, because this is our body, and if I stop now, I'm not gonna keep progressing. You always wanna be working toward either maintaining where you're at or getting to where you want to be. Now, will you get off track? Yes, it happens. I ain't gonna lie to you, it happens, because it happened to me. I just fell off. Like, I decided to not do the work, and that's essentially all it is if you decide to not do the work, you're not gonna get results. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the key is to not stay there. You cannot stay in the place that you do not want to be in. And if that's what you decide to do, then that's cool. But if you want growth and if you want change, you have to strive to get there. Question number 4. What was my start weight and my current weight and my goal weight? All right, so I think I already answered this a little bit in my first question. My start weight was 181. And my end weight now, like I said, is around 119 to 123, and I don't have a goal weight. Me personally, I don't. Like I said, the numbers do not matter. When people say, what's your goal weight? What's your goal weight? Tomatoes, 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 because like, what the fuck? No, seriously though, I mean, there's okay to have, when starting, there's okay to have a goal in mind, because I did definitely have a goal in mind. My potential goal weight was 135. Like, in my mind, I was like, all right, cool, 135 is set for me, because I feel like that'll be the ideal body for me. Well, I hit 135, and when I hit 135, I was like, well, damn, what do I do now? And that's the problem. If you sit up there and you put yourself in a category, in a box, I literally just talked about this in my IG reel, but if you put yourself in a box, you're limiting yourself. And why are you gonna limit yourself? Because I could be 160 and look bomb as fuck. It's what's best suits your body type. And for me personally, once I got to 135, I was like, well, this ain't what I wanna look like. And that's really all it is. It's like, what do you envision yourself seeing? What do you see as your ideal body? That's what you strive for. Look at a number, because the scale doesn't matter. Honestly, if you have a scale in your house, throw the shit away. Just throw it away, because it's not going to help you. It's honestly going to kill your mentality. So my answer to my goal weight is, I'm not stopping until I'm content with where my body is. For now, that I'm not content with where my body is. I've lost enough weight, but I also have to do other work. All right, moving on to question number 5. How long did it take? Total amount of years? I started this journey back in 2016. It is now 2022. So that's a little over 6 years. And I kid you not, I wouldn't change any of it for the world. But keep in mind, this was a lot of jumps and trials and tribulations in between that time. So I'm gonna give you the full timeline stamp of my weight loss journey. So back in 2016, I left a toxic relationship. Then I decided to, you know, do some me time, work on me, focus on me. And that was when I kickstarted my weight loss and my mentality switched. It was on drive mode. I want to say that year, like going into 2017, I ended up hitting my 135 goal weight. I was not in the right mental space to stay at that weight, so guess what your girl did? I gained weight back because I wasn't comfortable within myself to be at 135. I was like hearing other people's negative thoughts. I was hearing, oh, you've lost so much weight. It was just a lot of outside coming into what I decided to do, because like I said, this was a new journey for me. I had never done this before and it worked. And now it's like I look back and I was like, why the fuck did I do that? Why did I do that? There was honestly no point in me doing that, because I would have gotten here a lot sooner, but growth that came with it. So after I hit my 135, I got back up to around 155, around close to 160. It was around 155, 157. In that year of time, I got in another relationship, so I was having relationship weight. All that jazz was playing a role on my weight. So I never gave up working out. I never gave up what I ate. I just wasn't being adamant about focusing on what it was that my goal that I intended to focus on. So it got pushed to the back of my head. It wasn't a priority like it was now, and like it constantly should have been. It was just like, I'm just gonna do it because it makes me happy, because this is what I've been doing. It became a routine in a sense, and that was not healthy. So once I realized, you know, I was gaining more of my weight back, I was like, all right, this ain't working. Shiana, we gotta click back into our mentality. And your girl started working on herself again. And then COVID happened. But COVID was my wake-up call to realizing that weight loss does not happen in the gym. It does not happen in the gym. It is 90-10. 90-10. I used to say 80-20, but that ain't even real no more. It's not even 80-20. It's 90-10. And that is 90% your diet. What you eat matters. And 10% exercise. 10%. Because I kid you not, over the course of quarantine, I lost all of my weight. Literally, I lost all 40 pounds with sitting my butt at home, because I did not go to the gym. I told myself I wasn't going to the gym because the gyms were filthy, disgusting, and COVID was on rampage, so I didn't even want to put myself through that. So I was like, you know what? Now is the time where I'm gonna focus more on my eating. And I dropped 40 pounds based off of what I eat. Don't let any of these gym rats tell you that you gotta be in the gym 5 to 7 days a week, morning and night, killing yourself. Because that's not true. With me being on both sides of the playing field, you really just have to do what's best for your body. 100%, no questions asked. Do what's best for your body. You gotta try shit. You're never gonna know what works until you try it. And so the fact that I worked out literally all the time, and I was eating still a lot because I was working 8 hours a day, and I needed to eat to compensate for how much calories I burnt in the gym and at home and at work. So once taking that step back and realizing during quarantine that I didn't need to eat as much, I essentially basically switched my whole palate, and that was all I needed to do. Depending on what your weight is starting at, you may need to be in the gym more than others, but I'm just here to tell you that don't feel like the gym is the only way you're gonna lose weight, because that's not true. And please keep in mind that, like I said, this is a forever journey, so you have to put your physical and mental health first prior than anything else. That quick fix or whatever it is that's stopping you is not gonna be there. It's not gonna be there when you hit your goal. It's not. So why sit up there and focus on it now? Focus on what it is that you want to get to. What did I work on first? My diet or exercise? In the beginning, it was definitely my diet. That was like the first thing I did, but I also incorporated exercise. Like, it was both in the beginning. My first decision was to change what I ate. That right there did it for me. I cut out tons of things that I don't even, to this day, not that I don't enjoy them and I know I can have them, it's just I don't really crave them. I started off small, so it was like juice, eating at fast food restaurants, and definitely red meat. Like, those were the first three things. I noticed a huge significant dropping my weight on those, because I wasn't taking a lot of sugar and I wasn't eating a lot of bread and fried greasy foods that my body needed to not process anymore. I do talk a lot more in depth about my food palette and my intake more in my other videos, so I'm gonna keep mentioning my other videos due to the fact of they are more in depth about my entire weight loss journey. I just wanted to make sure that I made this video so it was a little bit more personal for you guys, so you can get your questions answered. I do want to make a sidebar. I don't limit myself on everything. I focus more on balance now that I'm at a weight where I'm comfortable. I don't have to force to lose anything else, because I'm not really wanting to lose anything else. I'm trying to maintain. But in the beginning, I did make a lot of changes to get to the point to where I'm at now, and a lot of those changes have stuck with me. Like I said, I still don't eat red meat. I don't drink a lot of juice. I mean, I'll drink juice occasionally because my girlfriend has it in the house, but it's in the house and I can guarantee you she drinks it more than I do. Like, I got a bottle of water sitting right here because water is my best friend. I don't drink anything else but water. I kid you not. That's pretty much all I did when I first started, was focusing more on bit by bit and not rushing myself. I didn't want to limit myself all at once, because then you're gonna want everything, you know? So question number 7 is how to lose stomach fat. You have to change what you eat. That goes back to your diet. So 100% what you eat is how you're gonna lose stomach fat. I can't give you any other answer, sweetheart. I'm sorry if that's not the answer you was looking for, but I really hope that you decide to take the changes that you need in order to lose your stomach fat. With that being said, write down everything that it is that you like, you love, and that you cannot live without. And those three things, I kid you not, start Xing shit out. Xing stuff out, things that you know that you can start getting rid of, things that you know that you can stop buying, because it's all in your mentality. If it ain't in the house, you don't have access to it. That's my #1 rule. Don't buy it, essentially. So for real, just sit down. Like, this goes back to, like I said, self-reflection. Sit down and assess your food palette, see what it is that you eat, start making a food diary. If you don't have MyFitnessPal, 100% download MyFitnessPal. You don't have to calorie count if you don't want to, but it is a good option for you to see what it is that you're eating and what you can change. Another big help when I was transitioning from eating certain foods was, #1, an air fryer. That thing is my love to die for. I kid you not, I will not live without an air fryer in this lifetime. I don't know why they didn't come out with them things sooner, but I probably would have got to this point a lot faster had I had an air fryer years ago. But that helped me cut out fried foods, as well as food substitutions for red meat. Like, I'll eat black bean burgers, I'll eat turkey burgers, I'll eat ground turkey, just anything. I substitute a lot of my meat options now because, like I said, I still don't eat red meat. So me substituting has kept me accountable on staying to my food diet. Question number 8, how often do I go to the gym? I go by a schedule. Now, currently, I am going averagely around 3 times a week. I try to shoot for 4, but it depends. I don't really have a schedule. Like I said, if I'm not feeling like going to the gym, I go to the gym, and that's literally my mentality now. That's my mentality now. But when I was getting started, I definitely was in the gym about 5 days a week. 4 to 5 days, as much as I could. But like I said, with me working out that much, if I known that I was still eating too much food at that point in time, I probably could have lost more weight. I got to the point where my body got comfortable where it was, so I hit a plateau. I was working out, but I was also still eating, so I needed to be in a caloric deficit in order to allow myself to lose the body fat that I needed to lose. When I say caloric deficit, that doesn't mean I'm eating less. I'm still eating the same amount of food. I'm watching my calorie count, so that way I'm still getting full and I'm getting my substance that I need from my food, but I'm not overpowering and overdoing it, because the foods that I were eating were not giving me enough stability. So with going to the gym, it's best to learn yourself to see if you're a morning person, night person. Like, I'm a morning person, so I can definitely see myself kicking 2 hours in the gym in the morning and deucing and doing the rest of my stuff for the day. Whereas some people can do 2 hours at night and go straight to bed. Me, I can't do that. Like, I will have so much energy after going to the gym. I will probably stay up through the night and not go to bed because the gym just gives me way too much energy that I have to exert throughout the day. So that's why I like going to the gym in the morning. But like I said, if you're starting out, try to see which one you like more. See if you can wake up early enough before your work schedule, whatever it is, however you want to incorporate your gym session. It needs to go with your routine, your current routine. So you need to start jotting things down, create a plan. It doesn't really have to be to the T, but just gives you, writing is essential to life. It is giving you something, a visual, and it's allowing you to keep you accountable. Essentially, it's keeping you accountable and on track. Like, if I did not have this baby right here, I kid you not, my mind would be racing right now because I have to write things down. You're not gonna remember everything. Your brain cannot hold everything that you've thought about all day. So write it down. What is my diet? So this goes back to question number 7, which is kind of how to lose stomach fat. But my diet, like I said, is no red meat, no fried foods. Like, my body literally, I can't even process fried foods. It's a no-go. Like, I won't even think about it. And a lot of the things, I can't even tell you what my diet is because I don't really have one. The only restrictions I can say that I have, everything else I pretty much indulge. I just, like I said, I eat in moderations. I incorporate balance. I don't try to eat too much of things that I know aren't good for me, and that just goes to your mental. You have to start learning to keep notes of things. Self-love is more important than not achieving your goals for a quick fix. If I decide to cheat, I have to always think about my cheat, unless I'm just cheating and I don't care. But if it's one of those moments where I know that I'm probably not supposed to be eating this, I always go to a mental note and I'm like, is this gonna help me or is this gonna hinder me? Always check your nutritional facts. If it's something that you know that you about to eat and you kind of feel like shit about it, look at your nutritional facts. I guarantee you it's gonna make you second guess your decision, because 9 times out of 10 you don't need whatever is on the nutritional facts. All right, last but not least, question number 10. What is my goal? My goal now, currently, I have to say, is to focus more on strength training and gaining muscle. Since I've lost all of this weight without going to the gym, my muscles definitely took a toll, which was the sacrifice that I had to take in order to, me personally, lose the weight that I needed to drop. And I'm okay with that because now I get to focus more solely this time on just strength training, because in the beginning I felt like I was focusing on strength training and I wasn't losing anything. I was bulking up and I didn't need to bulk up. I needed to drop and then bulk. And that's not always the case for everybody. That may be the case for me, but that may not be the case for somebody else. That's just what I needed to do. So now I am focusing on gaining my muscle and retoning my body. That is my goal. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I hope I answered all of y'all's questions. If you have any other questions or concerns or anything that you want to ask me, please drop them in the comment section down below and I will get to you as quickly as I can. I do want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching today's video. I love every single one of you. Make sure to send this video to your friends, your mama, your cousin, whoever you need to send it to. Give it to them, drop this gem on them, because I know you're gonna love it. If you do decide that you want to look more in depth into my other videos with my weight loss journey, make sure to click the link down below. That is all, guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.